And so we run this thing down and we see,
Oh my word.
this is the number one problem that we see in a factory.
That's shocking to me.
If we have a bolt like this, we certainly have friction. We're going to use this analogy like this inclined plane, peel the thread off of here. And then we've got this huge mechanical advantage with the bolt. So if friction changes, the friction, if it's lower, it's going to take less torque to achieve that amount of tightness. And so usually our torque tools are programmed to a certain amount of torque. So what ends up happening is that we get much more clamping force than we anticipate, and then you end up often with a broken bolt. So you tighten the bolt down and the friction is lower than you expect, and you get much more clamping force. And so that's really the first thing that can go wrong. So I've got a little model to kind of demonstrate this. So this is basically the same size bolt, but it has a scale on it. Okay. So we can actually read the bolt preload just like you could read a scale like this. Okay, so you've got a scale like this guy right here. So we can tighten this bolt down, and I've got a simple torque tool. Like this is a clutch tool. So this basically, once the torque achieves a certain amount, it will overcome the clutch and shut the tool. Okay. So we can demonstrate with this bolt. So all I've done is taken my little and this bolt has a spring in it, just like a tension scale. You can kind of see that. Yep. Okay. So cool. the torque is going to be really low here, but we're going to take a rubber washer. This washer is pretty grippy, so it's pretty high friction. And when we put it on this joint right here, we can see the clamping force we generate when we tighten this tool out. Okay. So we run this down, and we get about 1 Newton of bolt preload. Okay, that's tension in the bolt. So we should maybe talk about torque and tension and the units that we talk about. So torque is the twisting force. That's a force times that distance, right? But when we talk about bolt preload, this is purely a tension force. So this could be kilograms of force or kilonewtons of force or pounds of force. Okay, we're talking about tension in the bolt. If I add some contamination to this thing, all right, so I haven't changed the setting on this tool at all. But if I take this nut and I back it off and I add just a little drop of something, and this is just a hand sanitizer. It's oil, water would work here. This cleans up really easy. So if I just add, let's see if I can show you this. I'm going to add 1 drop of this on here. Okay. So what we've done is changed the friction in the joints. And so now when I put this same power tool on, what's going to happen is that since the coefficient of friction is lower, the clamping force is going to be high. We run this thing down and we see,
oh my word,
we get 6 times as much clamping force. And actually, we didn't even fully tighten the bolt because the socket got pushed off of this thing. So we have the relationship of friction causing a dramatic increase in the variation of the tightness of the bolt. And so this is the number one problem that we see in a factory, is that friction changes affect the tightness of the bolt.
Wow.
So that's the first part of it, right? So I bet that's not something that everybody knows. It's just how much variation we actually see from friction. And this can be in all sorts of different forms. So we see thread adhesive, things like that. I mean, in your industry, you see lots of probably like patch locked bolts that have an adhesive patch on them, right? For usually, yeah, exactly, some kind of adhesive like that, right? So that sort of thing when you go to repair that joint is going to have a different coefficient of friction than it did when it was assembled the first time. So there's definitely variation that we see there. The biggest problem manufacturing has is making sure things are consistent. And so we'll see oil contamination causing huge problems in a plant, just from inadvertent contamination causing breaking bolts. Yeah. And the tools get blamed a lot for that because it's not obvious that the friction has changed. But realistically, what's happened is that the torque is still the same, but the friction is different, so the result is.
I am pretty shocked at that little drop of sanitizer has had such a significant impact. I've tightened hundreds of bolts on many factories around the world, and I'm acutely aware of the impact of like lubrication on torque.
Yep.
Not realize that it's that much. That's shocking to me.